critics. Now, including former Labour Secretary Robert, who expresses concern about the growing influence of billionaires and the potential exacerbation of income inequality. So, to be honest, this is quite... I feel like this is quite a good news, but again, when you look at it on the flip side, it's looking like there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be scripted. But this is what I'm saying. Now, a lot of these business, these business and industries now, these are people that have supported Trump's campaign and all of that, even before he came into power and all, right? And of course, but nobody supports anybody without having their interest at heart and all. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, people around the defense tech, people around cryptocurrency, these are companies that have banked on the fact that, okay, when Trump goes into power, it's going to look into our policies and implement them and all of that. Yeah. Just like we have like the defense tech that's talking about, their regulations being loosened up a bit when it comes to the artificial intelligence. Again, this is something that can help the American economy, right? But again, on the flip side, what if some of these policies that they want Trump to implement doesn't end up, it doesn't, like, it's not policies that would actually help the American economy? What do you think Trump should do? So I feel like this, I think it's actually a very educated man to know that some policies that these industries will bring out is something that might not really favor the economy, but favor whoever that, wants the policies to be implemented. I just can't wait to see what policies they start implementing. Do you get what I'm saying? Because again, these industries are there, and they are definitely going to help the American economy. But I'm just looking at their policies. Like this artificial intelligence I'm talking about, this person wants the regulations that are already on, that's the regulations that are working right now, to be loosening up a bit. So I really don't know what the regulations are about.
Losing to help
the economy or not, help themselves. You see, that's quite dicey. So I really don't know.
Policies across board.
Right?
It's almost like it's not so bad in itself, but it doesn't favor the 100%.
It won't.
So I favor 70 and 30 is like, no.
I can tell you that in most cases, it's always favoring the rich and the spenders.
Right.
But, I mean, that's all we could take for the international space. I'm just going to take one story from the Nigerian Tribune, which is in line with our topic for today, which is, with landslide victory in Ondo, APC says Oyo and Osun are the next targets. And this story when you read in The Guardian, when Tinubu says go to court, I think that's what always happens to everybody. And then he mentioned that it was a landslide victory. He won all 18 local government areas. And I mean, I keep wondering how we keep complaining about APC, yet we see every time there's an election cycle, we start to see how APC gives every other party this large margin, apart from vote buying and all those things. I don't think that is always 100% vote buying that is happening there. So it means that they are still loyalists of the APC that are not tired of what is happening. They are very happy. Tinubu is working.
I'm going to keep my own 2 cents for when we start the show proper. Because there's something I have to say concerning that.
Well, we would go on a break right now, and when we come back, we're going to go straight into the topic for today. Stay with us.
Ó já 3,000.
Welcome back to the show. As mentioned earlier, we're analyzing the Ondo governorship election and its outcome. The official results of the Ondo governorship election has been released and is a momentous occasion for the people of Ondo State. After a keenly contested election, the Independent National Electoral Commission, which is the INEC, has declared Lucky Aiyedatiwa of the All Progressive Congress, that's APC, the winner of the election. According to the official results announced by the State Returning Officer, Professor Olayemi Akinwumi, Lucky Aiyedatiwa polled a total of 366,781 votes to defeat Agbola Ajayi of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, who got 117,845 votes. Ayedatiwa won in all 18 local government areas of the state, securing a landslide victory. This victory is a significant milestone for the APC in Ondo State and is a testament to the party's strong grassroots network and campaign strategy. Ayedatiwa's campaign focused on key issues such as economic development, agriculture, tourism, and education, as well as the people of Ondo State. And I think that's what helped him to sort of win this election, if I would say. I don't know for sure. But as the new governor of Ondo State, Ayedatiwa faces significant challenges, including addressing the state's economic stagnation. And I think here he also says improving infrastructure and tackling insecurity. His campaign promises his campaign promises included investment in agriculture, service to the people of Ondo State, and for him to work tirelessly for the development of the state. He addressed journalists in Akure, thanking his supporters and pledging to deliver on his campaign promises. The PDP candidate, however, Agbola Ajayi, has also congratulated Ayedatiwa on his victory, calling for unity and cooperation in the interest of the state. As Ayedatiwa prepares to take office, the people of Ondo State will be watching closely to see how he delivers on his campaign promises, including me. Will he be able to address the state's pressing challenges and improve the lives of citizens? Only time will tell. Well, if you must know that Ayedatiwa was the incumbent governor with experience, but faced criticism for his handling of state economy, while Agbola, the former deputy governor, had strong grassroots network, but faced questions about his leadership skills. Joining us right now is a politician who will share his insights on the election and the intricacies that happened there. We have Chief Ismail Oluwatosin Adeniyi, a traditionalist and a politician with extensive experience in politics, agriculture, and community development, including empowerment for the youth. Chief Ismail is an aspirant who vied for the position of the House of Representatives in Boluwaduro Ifedayo Federal Constituency of Osun State. I hope he's here with us. Good morning. Good morning, Chief Honorable Ismail Adeniyi. Can you hear me? I think you are muted. Can you unmute your mic? Yes, good morning. How are you today? I always like to ask my guests how they are feeling this morning. So how are you today?
Oh, great. I'm great. I'm doing fine. How are you too?
Well, I'm very well. Thank you for asking. But we want to...
So, on a lighter note, it is Ila Boluwaduru Ifeda.
I'm so sorry. Pardon my pronunciation. Ila Boluwaduro Ifedayo constituency. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes. So first off, tell me what your experience was like, I think, monitoring the Ondo state election.
Oh, okay. So, Ondo election was really surprising, the build-ups. On Thursday, when we arrived at Ondo, the state capital, Akure, it was looking like there wasn't an election coming up. Nothing. Everywhere there was peace, no tension, and there wasn't any chaos. So we were wondering because of our past experiences in monitoring election and all of that across the country, and we kept asking ourselves, is there really a competition this upcoming election? But then we'll see. So we kept going around to observe the situation. We went to about 16 local governments on Thursday stroke Friday, and things were going peacefully. So for me, I feel the PDP already conceded to defeat before the election because there was no campaign, there wasn't people talking about them, except for the incumbent, which is the newly elected governor, His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa. So yeah, and on the election day, there wasn't so much chaos except for Idori, which is where the deputy governor is from. I think the governor of PDP, aspirant of PDP,
Yeah.
or the deputy, and Ondo. Those are the two places that there were a little bit of challenges, and the securities were able to checkmate all of that, and things went peacefully. So yeah.
So what was the voter turnout like? I mean, what were the factors that influenced participation? Because I think that at some point they said there was a high voter turnout. Looking that the All Progressive Congress has sort of had, let me say bad history this year stroke last year. What still like got people going out so much to vote, such that the distance between the votes that His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa got versus what the PDP candidate got? What was that thing that got people going out to vote?
Oh well, this is it. You would agree with me that the ruling party at the national level, the All Progressive Congress, has good policies that favors an average citizen like me and you. And so far, if you would be sincere with yourself, you would agree with me that if we really want a better country for ourselves, the only party and the candidature to support is APC, aside being sentimental and being political. So talking about patriotism, like if we want to be patriotic with ourselves and we want a better future for us and our children, you will agree with me and that APC is the party to go, because this is a party that is selfless. Looking back to the
I'm so sorry,
new
Honorable.
democracy.
I'm so sorry, Honorable. It's almost like you are trying to sell us a party. While everybody on this seat sort of has to be
No,
party neutral, it's almost like the history or the realities that we have seen versus what you are saying do not tally at all. So please,
I'm still coming there.
very like
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm so sorry.
sorry. Oh,
I just have to say that because people are watching and I don't want them to come after you with what you are saying. We have to be realistic here. What is happening? Why did people still like I want to know why did people still come out to vote? You're saying that the APC is the party to go, but with what we have seen over the past 1 year, it does not look like the party to go to. So tell me what you said. What happened? Is this what you said that made people come out to vote, or they are experiencing something else in Ondo State that I don't know of, and it's me that is staying in Lagos that has the problem, so that I know when to move.
so to start with, I was acting somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, you can't take it away from me that I am a politician and I'm a card carrying member of All Progressive Congress.
Okay.
So I am not, it's not in news that people will come for me. So yeah, let them come. I wouldn't blame them, and I'm not going to, if, I will only try to educate them. Anyways, I was saying, uh, the party of Progressive Congress meant well for the citizens of this country, and the policies are masses friendly. But you see, when there are a lot of damages, even building a house, erecting a building, it's not going to be as easy as destroying it. So people in power before my party came on board has been a lot of things, and my party is here to rebuild from the scratch, which is going to cost so much. But with time, it's going to pay off. All of us are going to be grateful that we voted this, and we are with this party today. Okay, so let's leave that. About Ondo, the thing is this. I think my personal opinion. First of all, His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa has just 4 years to serve Ondo people as their governor, state governor. And I think it will only be fair for Kure people and the people in the municipal to give him their total support, because after him comes their own candidate. Though it is not constitutional, but it's a gentleman's agreement between people of the same state that when a zone or a senatorial district rules over the state for quite a while, then it's only be nice and friendly to move it to the
Rotate.
other
Okay.
zone.
Okay.
I think that is also part of why people came out to support him.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Whilst we trust your objective responses, we're still going to come at you with a lot of questions. And let's talk about godfatherism. I know that is an area that people don't really like to talk about a lot because it's almost like like a blow. You're trying to hold on to the claim so large. So from the Tribune newspaper and even the Guardian, it says that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that they should go to court congratulating the APC candidate that got into power. And then APC is also telling, is it Ogun State now and Ondo or where? That
Osun
State and Ondo that they are coming for them next. And this takes me back to, I don't know when former President Buhari got into power. So before then, during Goodluck time, it was PDP that was reigning. And across state level, it was PDP governors that we had. Do you understand? So it feels like if at the national level, it's a PDP candidate that is there, state level is going to be like that, whether or not they fit in or they are proper enough for that position. And now it's APC that is in power, at least from whose time, from Buhari's period. After, PDP had been in power for a very long time before APC then 16 years, before APC then came into power. So we're seeing this, and I'm wondering why it looks like politics is like this. Somehow in my head, I feel there's something that is very, very improper in it. I know that the national level is supposed to have some sort of influence on the state level and even local government level, but we've talked about local government autonomy, but I feel like state governors or state governments and even the politics that play there ought to be very neutral and void of any contribution from the national level. You mentioned that APC, the candidate for APC had very awesome, policies and what have you. I also read through the credential of other people that are very interested in this same position, and they had good policies as well. I don't know why we're going back and forth with this two-party system. We have a lot of parties in Nigeria, but it seems as though it's APC, PDP. We thought that LP had, we thought that they had a foot at a point, but it's looking like they're about to fade away because what's happening. So my own question is, what role do you think godfatherism play in elections? And is it supposed to be the ideal in our nation? Or how should it even be properly addressed?
Thank you. LP is not a political party. It's a social media political structure, and that can't survive the test of time. So they are not even part of. They shouldn't be part of this discussion. So let's talk about the two parties that are serious. Okay, so you're talking about your curiosity is about when the central power is APC. It's end up being the whole state.
Yes, and it's not just an APC
and all of that. Well, that is not happening now. If you would be sincere with yourself, APC was in government when Adeniyi emerged as the governor of Osun State.
Yes.
And there wasn't issues of godfatherism or the presidency coming to support his party to override the party that emerged. So, well, maybe in PDP era, but in APC era, the president is a straightforward and sincere person. He is someone who has total respect for rule of law, and that is the reason he has called on the other party, PDP, to please not go to the road of chaos and just go to court to claim his mandate back if he feels and he has evidence that the election was rigged or whatsoever. But I can tell you for free that election was free and fair.
But if you look at videos, I'm so sorry, Honorable. If you look at videos that we have seen from Saturday up until this morning, you see videos of vote buying and a lot of chaos that happened in so many places. So I'm so sorry. I also wanted to counter the fact that you said Labour Party is a social media. Why I'm not a Labour Party card-carrying member, as I said, I am neutral in this case. I should say that they have House of Rep members and even, I think, governors now in states. So I don't think that you should consider another political party as a social media party. If you would not like the APC being described as that also. So that is just a small thing I just had to
follow up on that, Okiki. I wanted to now ask, right? So if you say LP is not a political party, what exactly makes a political party? And you say that the APC and the PDP are the only serious political parties we have right now.
No, I'm not sure he mentioned that.
He made mention of that.
I need us
he made
not
mention
to
of that.
deviate. I need us not to deviate from
It's
the
a question.
Ondo State governorship election.
Ondo State election is about parties.
I mean,
I know.
we would need to
party,
speak about that
because
as well.
what they have been talking about is the candidacy. So I need us to sort of, I just needed to correct him in that point when
but I would love him to say answer.
To answer that,
yes.
But then you have to answer in a short while. But we have to go on a break right now, and then when we come back, Honorable Ismail Oluwatosin would answer us with what goes on next. Thank you. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the show. I hope you are following this conversation. We are talking about the Ondo State governorship election, its outcome and the analysis. And we still have here Chief Honorable Adeniyi Oluwatosin Ismail with us. I would allow God's Beauty take a question again so that he can answer and then we move ahead in the conversation.
Yes. So while we're talking about the Ondo elections, the outcomes and analysis and all of that, right? You made mention of the fact that LP, according to you, I'm stating your words now, you say LP is not a political party, but a social media structure. So I would want you to explain to us what exactly makes up a political party, right? And you made mention of the fact that APC and PDP are the only serious parties. So I'd like you to explain what that is.
Oh, well, a party that has no structure on the grassroots is not a political party. A party that comes on board to tell people of certain religion to take over the country because the country belongs to them is not a party. The party which doesn't put the peace of the nation first before personal interest is not a political party. Constitutionally, a party should be, any party that has no spirit of sportsmanship is not a party. So talking about Labour Party having a House of Rep member, having a state governor, we have 36 states plus FCT. Tell me, how many House of Rep members do they have?
I mean, that's the idea of minority leaders, right? That's the idea that even while you might not be able to...
That's not the idea of minority. Minority doesn't have to be 1/100.
But where then do you put democracy? The fact that anybody can be represented?
I mean...
Exactly my point. Democracy isn't what Labour Party practices in the last general election. Okay. Calling on a certain religion to take over the country that's not democratic. telling some people to take back their country because the country belongs to them, trying to differentiate us and trying to cause us serious issues. That is you gaslighting the whole nation into a civil war. And that is not allowed. If this party, the ruling party, is not democratic and they are not being prudent enough, they would have the presidential candidates in prison right now, because the statement is enough to take him to prison. That is just let's not go that route. Let me leave it at that.
Okay, can you quickly address the godfatherism? I think my co-host mentioned. We know that godfatherism is a very common thing in the state of Nigeria in general, but what role did you think godfatherism played in this election?
Godfatherism is, you would agree with me that there's godfatherism in everything we do. What we call for the godfatherism here in this part of the world is what we call, when the Western people call mentors, mentor and mentee. You can't grow without a mentor. You cannot achieve your goals sometimes without a mentor. You don't have to see your mentor, but looking up to someone that you can't meet, you've never met, is you having someone that people of this country call Godfather. Godfatherism is everywhere in the world. Trump has some people pushing him. Donald Trump, the elected president of the United States. So you can't take that away from politics or from anything you're doing. So Godfatherism, like they call it here, is mentor and mentees. So it is allowed for anybody to have a mentor, to have people you look forward to. It is good for me. It is okay for me to say, oh, I look forward to be like Ashwani Bola Ahmed Tinubu someday. It is okay for me to say, oh, the really past governor of Osun State, which is the current minister for marine and blue economy, is my role model, is my mentor, is my godfather. There's nothing wrong with that. And it is okay for some persons to say, oh, my father is my role model, my father is my godfather. There's nothing wrong with that.
I actually wanted to say that I could refer my father as my godfather, but if you'd really look at it in the way that politics have sort of made it look, is that when you have a godfather, in their own terms, when you have a godfather, that's the person that determines who becomes what in a constituency or a state, regardless of the person's qualifications or directions or policies for that state. So that's why I'm trying to say that, what role do you think, should I ask you that, does the All Progressive Congress practice godfatherism of oppression or godfatherism of, mentorship? What would you say? Mentorship. Thank you.
You live in Lagos, and since 2007, we've had fantastic governors ruling over Lagos State, because Lagos is on autopilot. Lagos is on autopilot, and it is the blueprint of the past governors and the current governors' mentor, which you will refer to as godfather. As he interfere into the affair of the state government,
we wouldn't know. I mean, that's why we're asking you. We wouldn't know. That's why we're asking.
You don't have to know. You don't have to know. But to a very reasonable extent, you must have heard. You are a journalist. You must have heard here and there, hearsay, or maybe one of the governors must have come out to complain that, oh, this man is not allowing me to rule over this state, or is not allowing me to deliver my campaign promises. Same thing as Osun State. Baba Konde was governor for 3 years. May God bless him with more life and sound health. And he has been the godfather of all the governors that have emerged in Progressive Party since he left office. And none of the governors will come up and say, Baba is not allowing me to rule he's not allowing me to rule this state properly, he's not allowing me to implement the policies, and
but does that not mean oppression, basically? If you have I'm so sorry, Honorable. If you have an abuser, definition. I need to mention, yes. Sorry, sir. If you have an abuser, there's always the tendency that the abused will refuse to speak based on the situation of things, especially when you know that sometimes when people leave the governorship position, they go ahead to either become ministers, commissioners, and all of that stuff. So knowing that you still want to find favor maybe after 4 to 8 years, does that not mean that that will give you the reason to stay quiet, even when you know that you are being abused? So that's why I had to ask. You just give me a straight answer. Is APC a party of oppression or a party of mentees, like mentors who know the direction that they should go. If you tell me that, then I know that the audiences will be able to rest with that fact.
APC is a party of mentees, which is why people like me, I'm a young man, mentor, sorry. And this, look at me, this is why I'm in politics, and this is why I've been able to achieve all I've been able to achieve politically, because I've had a lot of leaders, political leaders, mentoring me into greatness.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So let's go back into the Ondo state elections. I mean, now that Lucky Aiyedatiwa is now the governor of Ondo state, the policies which he has put in place, how is the involvement of the people going to now take place? What has he done, or what has he put in place to help the civilians in general to increase, you know, as they said that the Ondo state is experiencing economic stagnation and even lack of investment in all the resources that it possesses. So what do you think that Lucky Aiyedatiwa has put in place, or is going to put in place, to help the people of Ondo state?
Oh well, before His Excellency's completion of the tenure of his previous boss, there was a lot of instability in the state, because the then governor was not around, and you know it is only normal for the affair of the state to stand still. So maybe it was that period people were busy saying all sorts of things. But Ondo, the Akure I stayed for 3 days, I saw a lot of foreigners that I have seen in the area I live in, Abuja, in Akure. That tells you something, that investors are on ground. So, and Akure, it was my first time of going to Akure to stay, and I saw a lot of people from this all across the country living in Akure peacefully. And when I interrogate some of them, they said Akure is a peaceful city in Ondo, and they live in harmony. And so that tells you something. For me, I disagree with what people are saying. Give it time. Let's say in 6 months. And I pray we are able to do this again. Then I'll let you. I'll call your attention back to now, and let you know that people will say.
All right. Thank you very much. This takes me back to how I felt during the United States presidential elections, when we had Kamala Harris running with Donald Trump. And I remember one of the reasons why I didn't really I was not very in support of Kamala Harris, because I felt like you were just in power. You are the vice president, right? And there's nothing significant that you have done. A lot of criticisms were even coming from our own role. And I'm looking at these Ondo state elections as well. The two, at least the major parties that had candidates, Lucky Aiyedatiwa and Agbola, they were both former deputy governors. I think His Excellency Lucky Aiyedatiwa was the incumbent governor with experience. But these people also faced criticisms during their time due to some things that they were not able to perform. And we're seeing them come back again with another 4 years, with another claims and promises and manifestos. What exactly is the different thing that they plan to do now that they're in power? Or is it just reshuffling people to just... Because these days, it looks like manifestos are just created by some people and just read it out and let's just have something. Because I was reading through the manifestos of the different candidates from, is it NNPC or...
Yes, to SDP.
A lot of people, different things that they plan to do, their background, educational background. It seemed quite interesting. But when these people come into office, we do not see the 100% execution of all these policies. So based on the fact that His Excellency now has had his own time, at least to an extent, to do some things, but still face criticism, how do we know that this 4 years that he's going to get is going to do good for the people of Ondo?
Oh well, I'm a football fan, so I'll use Manchester United as an example here. The former manager of Manchester United was generally good, and all through the year he won just 3 matches. While Van Nistelrooy was the assistant, he was on the bench watching. Just to what you can do when you are an assistant, and cannot insist on what you feel is right. You can only advise. So it is left for the boss to take up the advice or not. So when Van Nistelrooy took over the affair of Manchester United, they played 4 matches, they won 3 matches and drew the 4th one. shows that he knows better than the main manager. More so, he must have learned, probably he must have learned from the mistakes the manager made while he was managing the affair of Manchester United. So you see, when you're on the bench watching, you learn from your boss, you'll be able to add to your own experiences, and that makes you better than your boss.
But sorry, can you
So
speak
I
quickly?
am very sure.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to talk
Yes,
about,
I'm very
there are some rumors of impeachments that I heard of. I'm not really very sure about how that news went about. Both of them. So, I mean, from someone that wanted to impeach both of them, what exactly? Can you please just speak a little bit about that whole impeachment rumor?
Like currently or in the past?
In the past with Akeredolu.
Yes, and Agbola, I think.
Yes. I think it was rumored that it was impeached. Agbola was impeached first, and then when they brought in Lucky, it was about to, before we lost the former governor, and then that didn't succeed because of that. We just want you to.
I don't want to say much on that. Since
Okay.
you call it rumor, it's not fact. So I don't want to dwell on that.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate how much insights that you have given us as regards the Ondo State elections, as regards the All Progressive Congress, as regards other parties, your personal views of other parties. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you beckoned to us when we called you. We are so happy that we have you here, and thank you for still letting us know that there is hope for the APC, basically, and
the people of Ondo State.
And the people of Ondo State and Nigeria in general. This is now including our President Tinubu in the case, looking that he became governor through the All Progressive Congress. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. We also want to thank our audience.
He became the president through all the All Progressive Congress.
What did you say?
He became the president. Slip of tongue, you said he became the governor.
Oh, I'm sorry. He became the president through the All Progressive Congress. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate you. Yes. So thank you to our audience who have joined this conversation. If you still have stuff to say, please comment, like, share to people, let people also listen to the kind of conversation that we have had today. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe now. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?